Hi. I've been practicing or playing, it's a thin line, but when you think more, I guess it's more practicing. Uh, and I try to make it more interesting and fun. Fun can be a bit of a challenge when it's practicing, but to do that, I insert some lines between the chords. Sometimes I use the scale, sometimes I use chromatic, and sometimes I use a pedal tone to make it sound more musical in some ways, and trying to keep the chords voicing close to each other's. I play it for you, and then I break down what I mean and yeah, what I think about it. So now you heard it. The chord shapes are A or A to the C minor, to the D major, to the diminished, and then back to the A with a fifth in the bass, to the sixth chord, to the fifth. Hey, sorry, for the two chord, two minor, but I made it dominant, to the five, to the one. And of course, I have practiced some inversions, so I know the inversions of sorry, of the A, or like C. But to connect the one chord to the third, I walking up the scale, and then I take a C, and then I take a D6, add 9, beautiful chord. Then walking down to the diminished, and the C diminished, and the D sharp diminished, and the F sharp diminished, and the A is of course the same chord but different inversions. So I've taken the C diminished, and then I go back to the A with a fifth in the bass. Now I use it as a pedal tone to the B. Now it's a sus, of course, to the dominant. Then I go down to the E7, and then I take the augmented or the flat 6. And of course I could expand on this pedal tone. I could hold it for the whole bar. For the E, I could take now I take an E7 with a 7 in the bass, and then diminished to lead better to the A. And then I can hold this F sharp, so it's a F6 right now. And it's a A6, C sharp C sharp sus suspended to a D major 7 to a diminished, and then the E6 with E in the bass. And then I take the 6th chord is F minor, now with the 3rd in the bass, to the B dominant with the 3rd in the bass, or first inversion, and then the E 9 to the flat 9. It's a nice walk. So I try to play it slow and see how it sounds. Sorry. I like it when it's. I like it when you have this common tone on top. They sound more into each other. They sometimes it create tension and sometimes release under the chords. But back to the second part. Now I'm walking up from the A, starting from the same with a C sharp minor. But now when the D comes, I take a D6. I'm walking up the scale, of course. And then I slide up the 6th and the root to a diminished, picking the A on the E string, and then I go down. So I'm going down with the A9 to the root, to a C minor 9 to the root. Then I pick a B7 to a B9 flat 13 to a E dominant to the first inversion to the root again. So I'm using a chromatic note just to get to the 3rd of E. And then I continue. I'm walking up 6s to the 3rd chord, to the C sharp minor, to the 4th, to the major 7, to the diminished, C sharp diminished again, and then I move it up a minor 3rd, and I want this tone. So I move the position up here because I want higher tones. So I've taken the 5, the 6 to the 6, the 9, F sharp minor 9 to the 3rd, and then I take a B13 because where was I? I going up the scale, and then I going down. Nej. So I'm going down with a B13 to a diminished, and this diminished, B diminished, of course, all dominant chords leads perfectly a 4th up or a 5th down. So if I have a B, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have these tritone substitute, these tritones. Ones of course dissolve to the root of E and to the major third or the third. And if I make it a diminished, I'm raising the root too, so it's get more tension. Sounds great. So that's a great tool to use to diminish, B diminished from the third, and then I pick the E sus, add 9 to a E diminished. No. Yeah, with the fifth on top, on bottom, and slide it up. And for the next round, I go up to the third. So I have my C sharp minor, and then I walk up the scale to a D6, the same as here actually. And raising the root and the 6 to a 7 to make it diminished. Slide up to hit the 7 and the 5th of the D. And then I own the A with the 5th in the bass to the major 7 of the A, and then F sharp minor to the 7, and then a B dominant to a B7 raised 9 Hendrix chord to the E 13 flat 13, and then a E dominant, and then a pick. You recognize this. So, and then I play, I'm going down, of course, chromatically from the B with the B Hendrix chord 13 6 to the 1 to the dominant, and then I finish it up with I'm thinking about an A9 chord. It's a beautiful chord, and I finish it with a 7, major 7. So that's it. I hope you can steal something, borrow, or learn something from it. That's instead of practicing these chords, you can put in some lines and some pedal tones, and yeah, you see the stuff. If you watch this far, thanks, and I see you in the next one.